My guy. Alright, so we are told that the Earth's magnetic field extends from Earth's interior out into space, where it interacts with solar wind, a stream of charged particles that's caused from emanating from the sun. We are also told that Earth tilts on an axis, and as if there was an enormous ball, magnetic, placed at an angle, in the center of the Earth, which is definitely not true. But they are right on one thing. There is a strong magnetic presence on Earth, and it appears to be located in the north. And that's why compasses point north on a plane, because y'all see it like this. And here's why there's such a strong pulling towards the north. Because the north is actually the center, and south is the entire continent of Antarctica, the ice wall. And east and west is a circular rotation around the north center, with the south on its exterior. That's why it can seem like you're traversing the entire Earth, while traveling east in a straight line. So you end up where you're starting, not because the Earth is a globe, and you're traveling in a straight line, but it's because when you keep the compass pointing towards the east, you are in fact traveling in a circle. And that's from speaking on a flat earth point of view, containing the Bible. If there's any more questions, just comment them down in my comments, and I'll be answering as many as I can. Praise the Most High, YAH our Elohim. Electromagnetism actually perfectly explains how our sun and moon rotates on a flat earth. The sun and moon are not round bodies of rock or gas. They are discs that rotate our earth like a clock, but in a coil-like spiral, dictating the seasons and the climate as it goes. When the sun is beyond the equator ring, the northern hemisphere experiences summer, and the southern hemisphere experiences winter. Inversely, when below the equator, the southern hemisphere experiences summer, and the northern hemisphere experiences winter. And I know a lot of y'all probably wondering like, but I see the sun rise and set every day. But that's not the case. Have you ever heard of a vanishing point? For example, when someone's on a boat in the water and y'all say that y'all see them curve, it's really a perspective. If you get a phone and zoom up to that person in the boat, they're actually just getting farther away. They're not curving on the horizon. It's just your perspective from where you're at. For example,
you can't see the boat with the naked eye, but once we zoom in with a telescope, well, the boat comes right back into view. It did not disappear over a curved body of water. Now let's pan back out to what we would call our regular vision. Here, right about here, you're going to be seeing your vanishing point. With the naked eye, you can't see that. As you can see here, the sun is about 2/3 behind the horizon. But once we zoom in with the telescope, well, it pops right back over the ocean. And there it goes right back behind the horizon. Sorry for the blurriness. It's a little windy on this video, actually.
So basically, as the sun is setting, it seems as if it's going down. And as it's rising, it seems as if it's coming up. But in reality, it's just going farther away, as the sun and the moon are rotating the earth. That's why it be dark in some places and light in other places. Because the sun and the moon are rotating around the earth. And the climate change is when it's coming in and farther away, which makes it hotter and cooler, depending how far and close it is.
This appears due to perspective. And here's another example. The line is tied perfectly even across the counter, and the bottles are sitting level on the countertop. Now let's look at it from the counterpoint view.
Oh yeah, and I also want to say that NASA is fake. They did not go to the moon. God said he made two greater lights. He created the greater light to rule the day, such as the sun. He created a lesser light to rule the night, such as the moon. Why do you think some days you will see a quarter of a moon, 3/4 of a moon, then see a full moon? That's because it's luminary. It's a light. It's not created as a solid object. So you couldn't land on the moon or the sun if you wanted to. It's a light. God also says he put the moon and the sun inside of the firmament of the earth. But NASA is saying that they gotta go to space just to land on the moon. Come on, don't contradict yourselves, Christians. They even got y'all thinking that other planets exist. Do y'all know the name of these planets came from pagan Roman gods? Don't you think when God said he created the earth, moon, and the sun, he would have said he created other planets? Yeah, your whole life is a lie. Other planets don't exist. I'm pretty sure when God said he created the heavens and the earth, he would have named Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter also. I've been waiting for this question. God says, who commands the sun, and it does not rise? Okay, so on y'all's globe earth, y'all believe that the sun is setting and rising, but in reality, that's just your perspective. The sun and the moon are not setting and rising. The sun and the moon are rotating. The sun is not actually rising and setting. The sun and the moon are rotating. The farther that it gets to the other side of the earth is making it look as if it's going down. Have you guys not heard of a vanishing point? The sun is not setting or rising. The sun and the moon rotates. The farther that it gets from us, it makes it seem like it's setting, as you can tell. And as it comes back around to us, it makes it seem as it's rising. Do y'all remember when I said that God made the world as a compass? Do you get it? Do you get it now? Do you get it now? The sun and the moon are closer than what you think. And it's also smaller than what you think. This makes no sense. Pause and read this. And honestly, if you just stop listening to all of these lies and letting them brainwash you, all this stuff will make common sense. That's all I'm saying.